Greetings, and if you don't know, my name is Wa, and please do share this video somewhere out there in the universe. Somebody needs to hear this message. So, in this session, I am going to discuss the importance of allowing things to naturally flow the way they're supposed to go. Being in alignment with the natural flow of people and situations. One of my cutie pie, divine, most high reflection sisters always says, don't force the course of a river. I love that phrase because it is so accurate. To all my people, yeah, well, you're not my people, but to all the, beautiful beings of source, of the divine source, of the Most High, that are out there in the world feeling like they should do spell work, love spells, magic, and any type of root work or energetic work to attach themselves to another person for a desire that they have, that this person does not have. It's just not in alignment with divinity, liberty, virtue, because everybody has free will. You don't want to impose your will upon another. You can if you choose to, but it's just not a natural way of doing things. So my advice is just to let things to flow naturally. I remember one time I was in admiration of someone's, discipline, and it expressed that to a sister, and she was like, oh, you should go talk to him and, see what type of spirit he has. And I was like, no, I don't want to, because I like things to just be natural. Like, I'm not going to force myself to have a conversation with somebody. I'm not going to force somebody to have a conversation with me. It is what it is. So it's just good to let things flow naturally, as they should be. If there's alignment, it will happen. There's no need to do any magic or energy work or love spells or root work to prey on the energy or covet the energy or try to bind or attach the self to somebody else's energy to try to dominate, subdue, control them, or capture, attain them. No. I mean, it's just totally spiritually unethical, because Source, the Most High, has given everybody free will. So all the people that are out there trying to manipulate other people's free will are out of alignment with the Most High. They're out of alignment with the divine source, because the Most High divine source has given free will. It is a gift. It is a birthright. So anytime somebody finds themselves trying to be manipulative with their energy or their tools or their resources to capture somebody's body, mind, spirit, or heart, they are out of alignment with divinity. They are out of alignment with the Most High God, because the Most High God has given everybody free will. Free will to decide which person they want to deal with or not, who they want connected to them or not, who they want to gift energy to, who they want to share energy to, who they want to share energy with. Nobody should be imposing themselves energetically or spiritually upon another being that is out of alignment with divinity, that is out of alignment with the Most High God. So, if your objective is to evolve and to be an ascended being, then you wouldn't practice that type of behavior because it's out of alignment and it's unfavorable. It's very, 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 very critical that people understand that free will is a birthright. It is a cosmic right. So to try to do things, to try to manipulate somebody else's domain, it's just totally foul. Foul, like, you're out of the game. That don't even work. It's not even, no. And if you're dealing with somebody that is a spiritual person or got, some awareness to them, that shit's gonna irritate them. They're gonna be like, no, this motherfucker didn't. This is not an evolved person for even trying this shit. So somebody can't come to a spiritually aware person that is steadfast in their enlightenment and say that they are in frequency and an alignment with them, but then be doing witchcraft, energy craft, root work on them, all that stuff. That's not even in alignment with an enlightened, being. Somebody that is seeking alignment, enlightenment with the divine source, with the Most High. That energy is not going to resonate with them because it's so, it's so unnecessary. It's unnecessary. Why would you want something that's not for you anyway? If you got to go steal it, it's not for you. If you got to go seduce it, it's not for you. If you got to try to seduce it, it's not for you. You know how many people be having, love at first sight type of energy with each other, because there's chemistry there, there's something there. If there's nothing there, then you gotta leave people alone. If it's done, it's done. If it's over, it's over. If they don't want you connected to them, then they don't want you connected to them. If you're still trying to facilitate a connection with somebody that don't want no connection with you, then you are not in alignment with divinity. You are in alignment with your own selfish ass ego, your own selfish heart. And that's self-destructive. How you going to evolve when you sitting up there trying to just covet somebody like that and tie them down and try to tie them down? No, let people be free, because they gonna be free any motherfucking way. You ain't doing nothing. That shit is close to the heart. I do not agree with doing that stuff to people. Let them be. If they meant for you, then that's what it's gonna be. It's simple. If they're meant for you, then it's going to manifest. If it's meant for you to have a connection with them, then it's going to manifest. If it's meant for them to want to exchange and share energy with you, then it's going to manifest. But what you don't do is irritate them and be trying to send them energy and connect to their energy. It's like, man, that make you want that is just the most annoying behavior that I've ever seen. It's like to be someone who's striving for enlightenment, and then to see somebody that is so pesky, so energetically and spiritually pesky, that they just want to try to utilize their forces to try to manipulate somebody else's will, their free will, their birthright from the most high divine source that you cannot ever take away. Let me explain something to y'all. You got willing participants, okay? Willing participants. Or people that is just going to rebel against that. Like, man, bye. No, I don't think so. No. Because most people are going to be about their will and what they want. So if somebody is in the art of doing that energy stuff, the magic stuff, and all of that stuff, do it on somebody that wants you to do it on them. Do it on somebody that wants you to do it on them. It's confirmation. Alignment has been confirmed. They like, yeah, what's cracking? You know, let's get together, blah, blah, blah. And they want to roll with you. They want to walk with you. They want to kick with you. They want to ascend with you. But if they don't, then you are not supposed to be doing that. If there's been no like confirmation, no invitation, then you should be back the fuck up. Seriously. That's just not even right. So, that's how I feel about that, people. It's a waste of time and it's ignorant to try to impose your will energetically and magically upon another free sovereign being. You're going to see how free and sovereign they really are. Because any real G is not going to be about that. They're going to be like, hold up, you trying to get on my soul? Okay. Now you really confused. Because I didn't even give you no invitation. So, if you are into that, no judgments, no shade, but just recognize that you should have an invitation. There should be some alignment. That person should have said to you, let's kick it. Let's ascend. Let's build. Then you have permission. You're not imposing yourself. That's a big thing, like imposing yourself. That's out of alignment with divinity, with enlightenment, with ascension. Now, I know some people in the coursework of self-destruction, they practice in self-destruction, so they want to go on ahead and just do stuff that's destructive. But if you're trying to enlighten yourself and evolve and clear up your karma, that would not be the right way to go. Trying to latch on to somebody like a goddamn vampire. Excuse my language. No. Stop it. It's ridiculous. Y'all people need to get it together who be on that shit, like for real though. And like just let people be. Let them be. Let them live. They're going to live and be anyways. So don't even waste your time messing with righteous people. If they for you, they for you. They going to get with you. It's going to line up. If they not, then they not. Plain and simple. And if somebody has an interest in you, they're going to speak to you. They're going to communicate with you. Sovereign beings. Nobody's in a prison. And I'm just speaking like, to the collective, because there's people that feel like it's necessary. They feel validated and justified in stupidry. Just doing stupid, practices to try to impose their energy and their will upon another sovereign being. there's no justification. There's no valid reason. Never. As far as I'm concerned, I don't agree. And everybody that I know is sovereign in their self. They make their own decisions. And if I'm so blessed to have a sister or a relative or any goddess that I know tell me that they want to go along with what I think about a situation, then I'm just going to operate from the most highest space, from the divinity that's within me, from the most high God that is within me, so that I can be righteous within myself. You don't have nothing to prove to anybody, people. Just be authentically immersed in your divinity, like seriously, to the best of your ability, each and every day, in each and every way. That's all we can do. But, doing witchcraft on people because you feel validated or justified, something didn't go your way, something ain't right, something that you did, then nobody, it's like, take responsibility for your journey. Take responsibility for your journey as a being that can liberate itself by the power of the divine source, by the power of the Most High God. Not people need to not be a shackled being trying to shackle and bring down other people. People need to not be a shackled being trying to shackle and bring down other people. Don't get mad at what the way that people interpret your growth. I remember one time, somebody was like, you acting like a bitch. And I was like, brilliant, intelligent, talented, and heavenly. I'm brilliant, intelligent, talented, and heavenly. Brilliant, intelligent, talented, and heavenly. Courageous. It was brilliant, intelligent, talented, courageous, heavenly. It was brilliant, intelligent, talented, courageous, and heavenly. And then I was like, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter what somebody thinks about your growth process as long as you're doing things righteously. And if you've been unjust and unrighteous towards somebody, leave them alone. Let them go. Like, let them heal. Let them be. Let them do their thing. Don't be trying to, latch on to people. For what? You ain't going to stop their sovereignty if they don't want you. There's willing participation. A partnership is a willing participation. When people have successful, binding, like successful, attachments that they, magically and energetically facilitate, I'm 100% sure it is a willing party. It's somebody that's interested in them. It's somebody that wants to be in that space with them. There has to be a desire, a fire for something to even get, together. If there's nothing there and somebody's just doing that, they just wasting their energy. They're just wasting their time. So, again, no shade against people who want to strengthen their bonds energetically and magically with their partners or people that they're involved with. People that invalidated that there is a connection. That's okay. I'm not judging you. I think that is normal if that's what you practice. I don't do that, but I could see why people would want to utilize their resources to strengthen their connections with their loved ones. These are people that want to be connected to them, not people that have left them for somebody else, not people that said, leave me alone, not people that don't want to fuck with them because they were fucked up to them, not people that are like, stay away. So if you're in the arts of, doing root work and energy work and magic work for people that want to be close to you, that's okay. I'm not judging you. I'm talking about the people that are doing that for people that don't even want them. People that are like, that don't want to be connected to them. That's not right. That's not even an alignment. Why would you want something that don't want you? It's just like, that's not even self-love. That's not even self-love. That's not even respect for the Most High divine source in the natural alignment of free will and birthright. That's not even self-love. That's not even a high, practice of an elevated being out of alignment with the divine source, the Most High, not even a high practice of an ascending being. And it's not a practice of self-love. It's not a practice of elevation. It is a regressive practice to try to get people that don't want you utilizing magic, root work, energy work, all those, resources. Use it for somebody that wants you. Attach yourself to somebody that wants you. I'm just saying, that would be the ethical way to go about that type of, practice. But messing with people that don't want you, that's just irritating them. It's because they don't want you. So, no. We are sovereign. We are sovereign. Goddesses are sovereign. It's like, we're not going to be subdued by any forces. Submission is something that we do voluntary. It is not something that you can force. Ding, ding, wake up, ding, ding, wake up, ding, ding, wake up. That's not something that you can force. It is literally a gift that you can receive and can be taken away. And if it's taken away, bye. So many goddesses out here, please. Mesmerizing everywhere. So, no. That's blasphemous. To do any type of energy work, to try to like get somebody and obtain them, and they haven't said they're interested, they haven't said that they want to go on that journey with you, it's just totally like disrespectful to the infinite beauty of the divine source, the magnificent genius beauty of the divine source that is everywhere. Okay? What you gonna be like, stuck on somebody that don't want you for, and there's all this divine source magnificence everywhere. Literally. Brilliance and beauty everywhere. Are you kidding me? That don't even make no sense. So, that's what I have to say, world. If you're doing magic, energy work, spells, root work, for people that are interested in you, that have confirmed that there is alignment there, that they want to grow and build with you, they want to have connections with you, more power to you. But for people that are doing it for people that don't want to be bothered with them, that have left them for somebody else, that have said peace, no, goodbye, no, stay away, then you're wasting your time. It is out of alignment. It is not a practice of self-love. It is not a practice of ascension or elevation. It is not a practice of honoring the birthright of the Most High God, the free will of the Most High God. It is out of alignment. But like I said, if you got a willing party, an interested party, confirmed, invited, then get your little magical swerve on. I'm not hating on you. I mean, get your magical swerve on with those that want to swerve with you, though. You know, like all of that, get this person back and attach to this person. It's just so spiritually immature. Seriously. Because it's so selfish. It's selfish. Goddesses are sovereign. They make their own decisions. They're not going to be dealing with selfishness. People just trying to, like, you know, get them to subdue. Submission is a gift that is given to the honorable one, the righteous one, the one that is in alignment. You cannot force that. And it is just so ridiculous to be unhonorable. That is an unhonorable act. To be an unhonorable person facilitating an unhonorable act and expect this person to just be like, no. A person that is steadfast in their spiritual enlightenment, a person that's dedicated to their spiritual enlightenment is going to be like, are you serious? Didn't you hear that I was leaving those jokers alone? Waiting for the truth to come home. That's talking about the divine source. That's not even talking about a person. It's talking about the embodiment of the divine source. And if you are just so lowly in your vibration, in your nature, where you're trying to do witchcraft to get somebody that don't want you, then you obviously know that you are not the embodiment of the truth at that space and time to be practicing that type of practice. Because the truth is going to be in alignment with what's real and not try to force things that don't go together. The truth is going to be like, okay, this is what this situation is. And now, you know, but not trying to impose themselves upon somebody else's will. That's a waste of time. We are sovereign. Stop it. So that's all I got to say. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, people that practice those type of regressive practices, they get to see how strong source is. They get to see how strong the Most High God is. They get to see. They get to witness. They get to witness the sovereignty of the divine source. If somebody want to submit to somebody, that's what they're going to do. Plain and simple. So that's what I have to say, world. Witchcraft is for the jokers, okay? You know, love spells is for the jokers. Like, I mean in the context of doing it on people that don't want you, that's left you, they long gone, ain't even thinking about you, don't want you like that. No alignment there. You gotta respect that. That's self-love. That's elevation. To respect what is. To respect where there's no alignment, where it's just there's no energetic match. There's no spiritual match. You got to respect that. That's spiritual maturity. That's divinity. You cannot call yourself an honorable being and be doing that to somebody that has no interest. And if you're serious about your elevation and your healing, that is a regressive practice to do it on people that have no interest. Obviously have, you know, stated that they're not interested in that type of facilitation with you. So, world, people, earthlings, spiritual beings, use your energy wisely. Excuse me. Save all that magic. Save all that energy, all that seduction, all that resource for somebody that wants your ass. For somebody that wants you to be connected to them. For somebody that wants you to seduce them. Because there's people that want to be seduced. There's somebody out there that's just waiting for you to get your mind together and stop focusing on ABC that ain't thinking about you. There's somebody out there in the universe that's waiting on you to get your shit together and stop thinking about ABC ain't even thinking about you. Seriously though. When you're out of alignment, chasing after something that doesn't belong to you, it's sovereign, it's free, then you are impeding yourself, you're stopping yourself from your growth and in alignment and moving into alignment with what is really supposed to be for you. How you gonna get to what's meant for you if you keep fucking with what's not for you? Don't even make no sense. So, yes, there's a lot of profanity in this video, and it's because this is just communication from a very real space. This is something that I've been dealing with. It is one of my spiritual tests, you know, and everybody that is with me, all of the sisters that I know, all of the goddesses that are with me, we are sovereign. Everybody's making their own decisions. Everybody's deciding who they want to communicate with and who they don't want to communicate with by their own G, by their own soul. Everybody's deciding. We're not condemning anybody. But if there's, dishonorable behavior, there's toxicity, there's just unfavorableness, there's no alignment, then everybody has a right to take a step back and be in their birthright of free will and say, you know what, man, yeah, I recognize that God is in you somewhere, but that doesn't mean that we have to congregate. Oh, you ate it all? Okay, good job. And that's just real, People need to get it together. My homegirl got a stalker that's just standing there, just looking at her. And I'm like, stop it. And then he goes like this. God did not send you here to stalk people. Oh my God. This is crazy. People have been lost their god darn minds. Feeling like they're on a spiritual mission to stalk somebody. Feeling like they're spiritually validated. Feeling like they holy. This is not holy behavior. This is not holy behavior. Stalking somebody physically, spiritually, energetically, that's not holy. That's not ascended. That's not divine. That's not enlightened. That's jokerhood, suckerhood. It's like stupid. So, that's the message that I have for the people out in the universe, out in these spiritual streets. Stay sovereign. You are in control of your domain. You are in control of your willpower. You are in control of yourself. Somebody out there trying to do their little hoodoo woodoo magic stuff on you and you done long gone, even think about their ass, they wasting their time. Because what they gonna learn is how you are just tuned into source. And all their little energy stuff, seduction stuff don't mean nothing. Because you're not a willing participant. Stay sovereign. Stay focused. And to all those that are practicing that type of jokery, stop. Unless you have a willing participant. Somebody that is ready and wanting. And there are. So that about sums up this video. As you can see, I have a lot of passion about this topic because of my experiences and my sister's experiences. And it's just time for people to stop with the stupidry, with the stupidness. Like, you ain't spiritually validated to stalk somebody. Most High ain't authorizing that. You just all out of alignment. So people need to be more righteous. They need to be more integral with themselves. Like they need to sit down and have a heart-to-heart talk with themselves and recognize what's real and what's right and what's just totally not right. Totally not right. And people should be able to differentiate. Now, you got some people that have been just spiraling downward in such a lower vibration for so long that their perception is distorted. They don't understand properly what's right and what's wrong. They feel justified in doing wrong things to people. They feel justified in trying to hurt people. They feel justified in trying to do things by any means necessary. And they're going to see where that type of stuff, where that gets them. Because it's not a progressive practice. It is regressive. Yeah, that's what I have to say. All my people out there, any people out there in the world, if you are dealing with, somebody, if you're, if you can feel in your intuition, or it's been evident that, somebody is trying to utilize their resources to connect to you in a way that you don't want, stay strong and stay sovereign, because you are a free and sovereign being, one with the divine source, one with the most high God, and that's not something that somebody can take away from you. You have to be a willing participant. So, people need to save their magic and their root work and their energy work for willing participants. People that want to submit to them. People that have an interest, an invitation, they want to. And that's beautiful. And, I'm just wishing people lots of love, lots of light, lots of healing. Lots of love, lots of light, lots of healing, lots of ascension. And for those people that are so caught up in their self-destruction, they've been feeding their lower vibration for so long that their perception of right and wrong is distorted and they feel validated in doing wrong. Or the Most High gonna stop you. When you're doing wrong things to people, the Most High will stop you. I've seen it. If the Most High has grace, is giving you grace, is extending grace, and you out there just doing all kind of wrong, and you ain't dead yet, give thanks. Give thanks and start over and be good. Do the right things. And if the distortion is so thick that the lower self is telling you to do wrong because that's what you've been feeding, you got to ignore it. You got to feed that virtue. You got to strengthen it. You got to build that virtuous muscle, that spiritual muscle, that virtuous spiritual muscle. Because somebody that is surrounded by forces that they've been submitting to that are all about their destruction, their demise, controlling them and getting them to, try to do the same thing to others, those forces are just going to keep the dissension going. They're going to keep the dissension going. They're going to keep the chaos going. If you really want to alleviate yourself, for those that are in that type of situation, if they really want to alleviate themselves from their trauma, from their pain, they got to let it go. They got to stop listening to those energies. Stop feeding those lower vibrational forces and start to feed the higher self, the divine self, the God within, and cultivate it. So if somebody believes that they're supposed to be balanced and be half God and half Satan, and that shit ain't doing nothing but causing self-destruction in their life, and they all tormented by their actions, then obviously it's not good to be both or try to submit to both. Obviously, it's evident in the evidence. Don't you see the evidence? So when you've acknowledged the truth, because it's evident, you see the evidence, then you got to change. Not unless you just, for the people that are in those situations. If they got all the evidence, that was, painful, and they really want to heal and transcend, then they got to let it go. Obviously, that wasn't balanced to be half Satan and half God. Because if it was, it would have worked out. The person would be happy and serene and peaceful and elated and evolved, ascended. Not so. I am not talking to people who have established their, belief system, and they feel like they have to balance their light and dark energies. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that felt like they were identifying with both of those energies, but didn't really have balance of both of those energies. They actually still, still seesawed it, still went, full force on the lower self. Went full force on the talking about they was balanced God and Satan, and then, got all wrapped up in that Satan stuff. And it's like, okay, so obviously that person couldn't balance those energies. So from the looks of it, from where I'm standing at, it's like, then just choose the higher energy, since that other energy wasn't able to be balanced and it just took over into self-destruction. Now it's time to rebuild and be one with the ascension and the enlightenment if you can. I'm learning, but I know one thing is that the Most High God has given everybody free will, and other people shouldn't try to impose themselves on that. Not at all. Love is a gift. Unity is a gift. Sharing space and energy with somebody is a gift. Submission is a gift. Sovereign people submit by their own will and volition. It is a gift that they want to give. And if they don't, then they won't. Elevation. Wishing everybody in the world elevation. And saving all of their resources, all of their seduction, and all that magical juice that they got for somebody that's in alignment and waiting and ready. Not for somebody that is not interested. Peace and love, humans, earthlings, people,